In 2 days, we're entering very important month of Adar. So I already gave few old lectures on this month. It's a very important month, isn't it? For the time this month entered, when Adar started, joy, happiness is growing. So the question now, how can you increase joy and happiness? What you do more? Wine every day, vodka every day. What is a way to increase happiness and joy? Because this is vision. ושנכנס אדר, from the time the month of Adar enters, increase happiness and joy. Beautiful, but how to do it? So what I thought is, it is known, it is famous, sentence, saying, a statement, as you call it, that the happiness and joy coming as a result of solving doubts. It means when you have a doubt, no? You think a lot, worried sometimes, even then you are able to solve the problem and to understand it, then you are happy. Joy and happiness, the Maharal Miprag says, it is a result of completion, perfection. It means that if you understand things properly, then you have real happiness. Completion, this is expression of shlemut, brings people to be happy, because you see everything, Baruch Hashem, works nicely, and goes according to the plan. You're very happy about it. So the idea is that if you are studying more and more the School of Esther, interesting, properly with all the commentators, and you follow how the Jews who were in such a terrible threat of extermination by the evil Haman, right? And you see clearly the whole story with Esther, with everything which happened, so clearly you see there's a divine providence behind Hashgacha. The more you are learning, you see and you realize every detail in life. Basically, there is God, divine providence. So, therefore, no doubt that we understand properly many things which are happening to you which look like to be bad, so you realize that they are good. Like, you know quite well, like a man is sick, to go through operations, all these things. So basically, operation and all kind of things that you have to go through to be healed. Not so easy, very painful. But at the end you can see, Baruch Hashem, all those what look like bad, in fact brought you to good, And this is interesting, joy, happiness, when you solve, you understand things properly. Baruch Hashem, we have now the Bible called the Torah code also, who very often refers to situations of the Israelis or the men, and you understand it from Torah. So the idea is very important. So from the month of we increase happiness by learning and studying and seeing more and more the divine providence. This makes us very happy, Baruch Hashem. Nothing to worry, everything for the good. What Rabbi Akiva said is that everything is for good. So this is really, by the way, this expresses beautifully the verse of the Talmud. The Talmud says the following, in Tzanit, it is not, כשם שנכנס אב במעטים, like with the month of Ab enters, we decrease happiness, because 9th of Av is the time of the destruction of the temples, and lots of troubles happened on this month. More than 100 troubles happened to Jews all over this day, Tisha B'Av. So therefore you have to decrease happiness and joy from the beginning of the month. And the Talmud says the same thing, like you decrease happiness and joy from Av, you increase happiness and joy from Adar. What is the comparison? So according to this idea of studying and learning what is happening from God, this is divine providence, and each says you understand what brought to trouble, sinning, and which kind of sin even explains to you exactly the destruction, yeah. If you read properly, you know, the portion, the parsha on Shabbos, which we read, Kitzavor, 98 curses. If you learn it properly, look at it, you will see that, unfortunately, all the troubles that we are going through is there, yeah, look at everything. So clearly, we see the hand of God in everything, yeah, Hashgacha. So we see that God is with us, divine providence. In troubles also, okay, we deserve the troubles, we are sick, we need treatment, and often very, very painful, but what we can do, this is what is, you know. It is very interesting that, you know, that like the Christian, they claim that God really left us after committing such severe sin, golden calf and so on, so he doesn't want the Jews anymore, and he prefers to take them. Yeah, interesting. As Muslims are similar. So the Talmud brings us that the Karai is Karai, and if you have it in English, but it doesn't believe in the own Torah. So he said to the Jew, hey, look, he said the same thing. What you are fulfilling mitzvot finish. God does not. So what the Jew answered to him, he said to him, Od ayad netura. The hand of God is still up. What he wanted to show. So the rabbi said, a beautiful idea, that if somebody was a slave, and the slave did not behave properly, so no, the master will release him, said, go, don't want to know about you. No, but if somebody really have a slave, no, the slave didn't behave nicely, but still he wants him because, you know, so he will send him, will send him troubles, but still he will look after him. It means, you know, you will see clearly this person, the slave will see that the master is running after him and hitting him and so on. Or then you understand, the master is interested, so he'll come back, because this is why all the time he comes to look after me, not in a positive way always, but still, he sees that he's interested, he asks what he's going with this, my slave, what he's doing now, and so on. So it shows the same thing he said, the fact that after Jews sinning, so unfortunately, corruption, sinning, and all the things, so they deserve punishment. So we see that God punishes them very hard, yeah. What for? Yeah, if he doesn't like them, they leave him a bed. So once we saw that God, unfortunately, we deserve it, punish us, and we are going through terrible troubles. And we understand this by reading the portion of Kitabov. So clearly, Kitabov starts in the start, but a few verses later comes in 98 curses, yeah, which the introduction is, and if you will not keep the Torah, so we'll have all these 98. So we see clearly divine providence, yeah, in all troubles, especially the long principle, midah keneged midah, measure for measure. It means that if a man looks properly on the time of kind of troubles that we have, you understand why it comes, yes, measure for measure. So, and this is the fact that God is still interested in us, yeah? And He doesn't forsake us, yeah? As the Christian Muslim said, it means that we have still hope, future. So this is interesting idea, definitely, to answer to the Muslim and Christians. You know, if God would not like the Jews, why the Jews suffer much? They suffer more all the others. Why? Because Jews are supposed to be the chosen people, and they have to be light to the nations. So when they don't do it, they deserve very severe punishment, yeah, more than the Gentiles, because the Jews who hold they have such important duties, this is why they created, this is why they were chosen by God. Yeah? Israel, the meaning of Israel is ministers of God, singing to God. It means all the purpose of the creation of Jews is to keep the Torah and to teach it and to show all the Torah to the non-Jews, to the Gentiles. This is really the purpose of Jews, light to the nation. So because they have such important tasks, and they don't do it, they deserve very, very hard punishments. Yeah? So the fact that Jews suffer so much shows the opposite, that they are great and supposed to keep the Torah and to do many, many things and to be really light to the going to the nations. So only by this we can understand this, and therefore this is a joy. This is the expression, en simcha k'atatas sfekot. There's no real joy and happiness like solving problems. And how you solve it? If you learn and understand exactly what really Jews are and what is their purpose and why they suffer so much and all this. So this is really what the Talmud said. Like in the months of Av, the months of destruction, there are more than 100 troubles happen to Jews on this day. So, in fact, some really, there is I think a French historian who found out more than 100 troubles on the day of Tisha B'Av. He says this itself shows there is a God. How can be so many troubles? More than one, we know the first temple, second temple, Beitar, and so on. Expression of Spain. Also, it is a famous story that they say that it was an expulsion of Spain was on the 1st of July, which was Tisha B'Av. So they said, if Ferdinand will know how much the strength and the faith of God, like sending them, expulsion them from Spain on the day of Tisha B'Av, will not do it. But practically there are many others, the expulsion of Yorkshire and England and many other times. The final solution was on Tisha B'Av. I think the first train to Auschwitz went on Tisha B'Av. Many threats.